This is the end of a dramatic and unbelievable story, a story that only the ocean is able to invent. On Monday evening, when ABN AMRO 2 crosses the finish line in Portsmouth, 9 sailors are on board. 9 sailors who have decided to race until the very end of a leg that started in New York when they had a crew of 10. A few hours before, in Falmouth Bay, the body of Dutch crew member Hans Horrewerts had been transferred to a Dutch Navy vessel. After 4 very tough days, skipper Sebastian Jos could finally give Hans back to his family. Wednesday morning, during a very emotional press conference, crew of ABN AMRO 2 explained the circumstances of the death of their crewmate during the night of May the 18th. Unfortunately, Hans Horrewerts was not clipped on when the nose of the boat dived into a wave and the water on the deck swept him overboard.
We were preparing a sail, and during that change, the wind got up from 12 to 14 knots to 25 quite quickly, and actually changed the sail we were changing to. So rather than putting our code 0 up, we put our spinnaker on, and the wind very quickly got quite windy, and then we're off and away, and the seaway was getting big, and just one by one we were all going downstairs and getting our harnesses on, and Hans, obviously being the guy who was trimming and hanging on to the most important sail on the boat at that stage, was the last to go down.
The search lasted for 45 minutes of extraordinary manoeuvres, despite the darkness, strong winds and a 5-metre swell. Hans could finally be brought back on board. Unfortunately, despite the very best efforts and incredible hard work of the crew, Hans couldn't be resuscitated.
It is a very tough situation to deal with. You know, you seen the person which was calling the trim, was joking with you, was talking to you, and the next thing you know, you're dragging him out of the water. It's something there's nothing can prepare you for. And then you put him inside, and the whole group is working together to get him alive, and after that you don't get it, and then you have to, let the person go.
3 days after the accident, despite the terrible situation on board, ABN AMRO 2 has to face another drama. With unbelievable irony, Sebastian Jos and his crew have to turn back to save the crew of Movistar, 300 miles away from the English coastline. Because of keel problems, the Spanish boat could sink at any moment. Just before a new storm, which could be fatal for the boat and the crew, ABN AMRO 2 succeeds in taking in their Movistar mates. Dutch skipper Bauer Becking and his crew are finally transferred in Falmouth on Monday morning, 1 hour after the transfer of Hans Horrewerts' body.
Le fait d'avoir récupéré l'équipage de Movistar à bord, c'est pas une satisfaction en soi, mais c'est quand même... on est parti à 10, on est revenu à 10, avec une vie en moins. Et on veut dire qu'on est revenu à 20 avec 10 vies en plus. Donc j'ai l'impression d'avoir apporté le maximum d'aide et de sens marin à cette situation, et de sauver 10 personnes plutôt que de sauver un bateau. C'était ça le plus important, l'objectif le plus important pour moi.
It's a night of high emotion for Bauer Becking and all the Volvo Ocean Race community when ABN AMRO 2 is finally docking in Portsmouth on Monday evening. Crew members of the White Boat get the hero's welcome they fully deserve after the most traumatic days of their lives. It's an old saying that young sailors start the Volvo Ocean Race as boys and finish it as men. And for sure, now nobody wants to call them the kids anymore.